we have myself, Karen from Stitchesandjacks. We have Alex from Myyarnycorner.
Hello.
Jeanette from Clicks Creations.
Hi.
Hello everybody and welcome. Welcome to our little video we're just going to put together. Jeanette and I don't know what we're doing, so we're putting all the responsibility onto Alex.
I don't think I know what I'm doing either, Karen.
Just thought we'd come on and explain our little idea. There should have been some photos put up on our Instagram feeds. Alex started it by, she's the yarn dyer, and I was watching Alex, and she was in the March vlogs, and she was showing all her beautiful yarns that she was doing, and she pulled out stunning yarn, and it was just the blue of Ukraine, and I just was like, oh my word, that just looks like Ukraine blue. And I was speaking to Alex, and I, messaging her, and I said, well, wouldn't it be great if we could like have like a Ukraine colorway, and maybe we could do like a sock log or something. And Alex is like, yeah, that's great, let's do it. And then she'd come back, she was like, oh, when like an idea just snowballed, she was like, what about if we do a bag? She goes, do you think Jeanette would make one? I was like, oh, that's fun. So we got on to Jeanette and we're like, what do you think? What do you think? And Jeanette's like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, oh, we've got some material. I was like, send it to you. So it has snowballed, and Jeanette has very kindly made these bags. She's in the process of making them, and she'll speak to you about that in a minute. And they're amazing. They're amazing. And Alex has done like, oh, magic wonder with the yarn. Oh, it's just beautiful. So we're going to hopefully raise a little bit of money for Ukraine, and also just support them with the fact that we're going to be walking together with them for Eurovision and just in general. And we wanted to try and make it as inclusive as possible, in the sense of, yes, there's going to be a limited edition of special yarn and bags, but we're also aware that things are really tight as well, and people might not be in a position that they do this. This is why it's limited, and Jeanette will explain why. But we thought, just go and raid your stash, and as long as your sock has blue or yellow in it somewhere, that we could make this together with, put the photographs on, and then at the end, the 31st of May, we can put our finished products. Hopefully we'll have a pair of socks. Doesn't matter whether they're long, short, medium, whatever. Even if you can only get it on the toe, because I'm aware that we have problems with our hands as well. I'm currently suffering with that. It's about just being together and being in the community and sharing some love. So that's me, my bit done. I'll pass you over to Alex, and she can explain to you about the other one.
So we did design the yarn. As Karen was saying, we have funded this completely ourselves. So we are able to give 100% of the profits to the Red Cross for Ukraine. And the other idea is, if you don't want to knit in blue and yellow, which some people don't, yellow is not everybody's colour, we have a bundle on my Ravelry page for Ukrainian designers of sock patterns. So if you don't want to knit in blue or yellow, you can use a Ukrainian designer's sock pattern as well. This is the yarn from the kits that we've got. They've got special belly bands with them, and they are 120 grams for it's a proper sock set. And I think they are just amazing. Obviously, the sunflower is the Ukraine flower. So that is very, very relevant through everything that we've done. And I just think they are gorgeous.
What's the name of these sock yarn?
The name, I've got it upside down. Look, there you go. The name of the yarn is called Walking with Ukraine, because that's what we want to do. It's just to show the support. Yeah. So although we have a very limited number of kits, we're hoping that money will also be raised for the designers directly as well. So if you're not doing blue and yellow yarn, you can also, like I say, buy a sock pattern, and that gives an income to the Ukrainian sock designers as well. So we've got a couple of avenues to raise money. But yeah, so this is Walking with Ukraine, and that's what we're going to be doing for the Eurovision Song Contest.
Love it. That'd be a good what's it called when we do our video, ladies? Thumbnail.
Yeah.
Good thumbnail smile.
So that is the yarn, which I'm super, super proud of, but the bags are next. So I'm going to head on over to Jeanette now, who's going to show the bag.
Who's having a coughing fit. Right, so we have got, this is one of them.
Let me get
And
mine.
the fabric has been donated by lovely Karen. Oh, look at them. Aren't they wonderful? And so the bottom, there's no boxed corners because it's just a small sock project bag.
Perfect socks.
It does. It just fits it perfect. So the bottom bit, the base is this lovely like brick effect. And then at the top here, we've got sunflowers, which again is relevant for Ukraine. And then just some really nice silk ribbon. And it's lined with a beautiful, I don't know if that's blowing out. Can you see that, everybody? Yeah. Like with a cream and like a taupe coloured flower. Now, the only thing I want to say is because of we was limited to this kind of fabric that we've got, they are all going to be different. They're not all the same. So it's basically first come, first served. And what turns up is what you get, because that's the only way I can do it. I can't say, well, I've got 3 of these and 2 of the others, but I will show you all the others, even though they're not quite finished. But these are the 4 designs that you may get. So that is the first one, which is a complete bag. Then there's this one, again, with sunflowers on. Isn't it lovely, that? It's just so bright, isn't it, and cheerful. And then, you see, I love this. There's this one. And again, sunflowers. It's just...
I like the bird on that one.
Yeah, here. And look at that one there, yeah. And then on the back, just bright, beautiful yellow flowers with a little tiny sunflower peeping out there. And then again, there's this one. And again, they've all got sunflowers.
So gorgeous. Oh,
yes.
Lovely.
Relevant, isn't it? And then last but not least, this one. Can't see what that says back to front. Can you girls read that?
This moment is perfect, just as it is.
Oh, and there they are. And then look at this on the back. A little tiny sunflower peeking out there with the bird. Oh. So you will get one of these 5 designs. That's all I can say. I don't know which one it'll be, which one will turn up. So yeah, please be happy with whatever you get. That's all I'm saying.
That makes it so much more exciting.
Yeah, it does, because you don't really know what you're going to get.
And I really appreciate, Jeanette. Sorry to interrupt you. Really appreciate all the hard work that you have done for us. The fact that you cut everything out, you sewed it together, and
it's
fine.
I'm more than happy to, especially for Ukraine. I mean, it's always been, you know, close to my heart, the suffering that I just can't comprehend what their life must be like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We moan and groan, don't we, about, I can't afford to put the heating on, or, you know, £0.5 of butter is a ridiculous price, which it is. I totally get that. You know, our cost of living at the moment is horrendous. And this is why, you know, we're trying to keep this to a minimum amount of cost for the customer to buy, because we know how difficult it is. But I can't imagine what it must be like to live there. I mean, you know, in the cold weather, they're constantly worried about anything happening to them. It's just, yeah.
No homes and having no jobs and families separated. Yeah,
just blows my mind.
It would have been lovely for us to have like raised a load of money, but
yeah, of course it would. But the thing is, at the end of the day, Karen, I think we're in a situation, like I've just said, that, you know, financially everybody is struggling, and there's no getting away from that unless you're extremely lucky and, you know, it just isn't an issue for you. But let's face it, there's not many people like that anymore. And I can't even, the thought of thinking about what goes on in Ukraine, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I try to put it to the back of my head, because it really bothers me. It's just such, I hate it. I hate what's happening to them. But so this is why I'm more than happy, and is my husband, by the way, to contribute or do whatever we can to help just raise a little bit of funds, a little bit of awareness, and like you said, just have fun together.
It's about the joy, isn't it? The fact that
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have a little bit of money, but we're able to carry it on, be able to make a sock, and you know, when it's all done and we're like going into the winter, we reach into our sock drawer and we put that
exactly.
sock that we've made or that we've
Yeah.
given to somebody, they can remember like the thought behind it.
Yeah, yeah.
When they-
It's just nice to have something to remember in it as well, of what we've tried to do as a little community together to raise money and just awareness. And like you say, Alex, even buying a pattern from a Ukraine designer,
yes,
you know, even if they have that small influx of a few, I don't even know what their money is in Ukraine. What do we call it? Do we know?
I don't actually know, but it doesn't matter if a few people bought a few patterns.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Could you imagine what a nice feeling it would be for a certain sock designer that's in Ukraine to all of a sudden think, why have I sold 10 patterns? Isn't that what, you know, it's just nice, isn't it? I mean, as we've done, you know, you've had a shop on Etsy, Karen, and we have a shop, and we know ourselves, Alex. I don't know about you, but every time I sell a bag, it just makes me feel so good, because I think, oh gosh, that's a little bit more towards, you know, a bit of this or a bit of that. It's just a really nice feeling, and the support that you get for me, the support that I get from everybody means a lot to me. So I'm sure that they will feel exactly the same. I mean, I know we can't personally get in touch with them and ask them. You can only presume that that's how they would feel, and I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do.
and I think even if you perhaps aren't a sock knitter yourself, maybe that is an avenue for you to perhaps gift a pattern to somebody who you know who enjoys knitting socks.
Oh, what a good idea. Yeah. See, there's lots of ways to help out, isn't there? Yeah.
We can't please everybody, but we just try to make it as inclusive as possible in a variety of ways.
I've also, like I forgot to show you what Tim has donated as well. I forgot to show you this. So Tim has made, on his machine in his little man shed outside, he's made us a set of stitch markers, sunflowers, which I thought those was really nice, weren't they? And he's even designed us a little label to go on.
That's the same one that he designed for the
very back. Yeah. So we've got a little, there's only 4, but 4's enough.
That's a great amount.
He's also done us a little, I don't know if I can, how can I do this? A little disc with the hashtag on it and a sunflower and a pair of socks. So when you're taking your picture to put on Facebook, you could have your little disc on your socks.
Yeah.
And it's going to be such a lovely picture of an hashtag, all these blues and yellows. And like you said, not necessarily blues and yellows, but if we know that if they're not blue and yellow and a different colour, that person is supported by purchasing a pattern, which is also nice. So yeah, very, very excited about it. So tell us all, Alex, because I've got no dates here. I know you've told me, but my viewers know that I have brain fog. So I'm not good with dates and times. So I'm going to pass it over to you and you can tell us when it's all going to happen.
So we are going to start this at the start of the Eurovision Song Contest. The Eurovision this year is being held in the UK on behalf of the Ukraine, which is why we've chosen the Eurovision Song Contest. And that starts on the 9th of May. Obviously, that finishes much sooner than it would take to knit a pair of socks. So we are going to run it until the 31st of May. So we don't expect anybody to finish at all. I probably won't. But the idea is that you take a picture, you enter it into the hashtag. The hashtag will be on this video. It is not the hashtag that we've shown on here. It's just not got the and sign in it, but it will be on this video and it's on all the information that we share into Instagram and Facebook and everywhere else we can find. So the idea is that to enter, there will be some prizes at the end. To enter, you just need to put your foot into your sock, regardless of what state it's in, whether it's just got the cuff and the leg, or just a toe, or even if you're finished, your foot needs to fit in the sock. That is the rule. And take your picture, add it to the hashtag, and we will create a huge collage at the end of May for that. And I think it's going to look amazing.
Yeah, it is.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, and are we having prizes?
Yeah.
So yes, there will be prizes. There, I believe, Karen, you want to talk about a pattern prize, don't you?
Oh yes, I'm quite happy to donate 3 pattern prizes up to the value of, I don't know, £7. That's a good amount that people would get a pattern.
Yep.
So I'll put that in the pot.
We're going to donate a skein of yarn. I've just interrupted you then, Jeanette.
It's
Sorry.
all right. It's all right. And I'm quite happy to make a nice little project bag.
Yeah. So there are plenty of prizes, and even if you don't want to take part in the make along this time, please could we ask that you just share?
Yeah,
because as
please.
many shares as what we could get would be greatly appreciated. It really would.
And we're going to send the money to the Red Cross. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Well, because it's all, we're going to sell them on my Instagram account, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Alex will put all that details in, I would imagine, for the video underneath. It's all over on Instagram, so it will be for sale on all the kits. What you'll get in the kit, let me just show you. I can. So we've already put it on Instagram, haven't we?
Yeah.
But what you get on the kit is your skein of yarn, your bag, your stitch markers, and your disc, and I will throw in a tea for you to have a cuppa while you're doing it. Yeah. And they will be for sale. They are very limited. They are very, very limited. But they will be set for sale at 7 o'clock, and I will put it in my PayPal account. I'm going to do it all through PayPal. And if everybody could, if they want to purchase one, purchase it through family and friends, and then that way we will get all the 100% of the money that we can send to Ukraine. And then when we've got it all, by the end of May, when we've chose, the winners and one thing and another, I will then send it off to the Red Cross, and I'll send everybody receipts, and we can put them all up and show everybody how much we've raised.
It'd be lovely.
It'd be amazing. So Jeanette, when you put it up for sale on Friday, people will comment or send an email, won't they?
Yeah, and it's going to be one of those. It's going to be first come, first served. I can tell you now, we've got 12 sets, and they're £30 each. But if you want to donate more, that's entirely up to you. We're quite happy for you to pay more if that's what you want to. We'll leave it to you. But really, we need to be selling them for £30 because, well, we want to raise some money. But yeah, it's going to be the first 12 that either send me an email or comment on Instagram, and it's just going to be first come, first served. That's the only thing I can say.
So yeah, first 12, first come, first serve, which is going to be the fairest way of doing it.
Yeah, I think it is.
You'll send a confirmation if that person was in the first 12, and that will get payment after that. So don't send any money.
No, what I'll probably do is
confirmation.
It's just send everybody a number.
Yeah.
You were number 1, you were number 2, whatever. I'll just send people numbers. And then I'll send invoices out through PayPal, and we'll take payment. And I was going to say we'll post it out first thing on Monday, but unfortunately I've checked on the diary. Excuse me, and Monday is a bank holiday.
It's not open, is it?
And I forgot all about it. So they will go to the post office first thing Tuesday morning. They'll all be sent out first class. So hopefully, fingers crossed, you'll either get them the day after, or if not, the day after that. So everybody will have them in plenty of time to get them all skeined up and ready for cast on the Eurovision night.
Oh, wow.
We did say at the start as well that the £30, there will be a postage charge as well to get the parcel, but the £30 will be charged for the kits, the entire £30 is going
Yeah.
to Ukraine.
Yeah, it's
We've
all
funded
got
everything ourselves, so there is no stock for us to pay for. The entire £30 goes, which I just think is absolutely brilliant.
yeah, it
to
is.
cobble it together, haven't we, between the three of us?
Yeah,
So yes, Jeanette was, so thank you, Jeanette, for
oh, you're welcome. Thank you for donating the fabrics, Karen, and thank you for the yarn, Alex. I think we've all done our bit. Yeah,
welcoming, more than welcome, but thank you for the extras, for Tim, doing all the beautiful sunflowers and just getting on board.
yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah,
Post on it, and for Alex and Danny for like doing the dyeing. Yeah, I haven't made anything, by the way. I have donated, and I'm more than happy to donate. I have this fabric.
It's a proper team effort. It really
yeah,
has.
yeah, it has, and really, yeah.
Do you know what, ladies? Also, it's a power of women.
It is.
Dear, no stopping us.
Yeah,
Over to you guys, and hopefully, you'll be able to buy yourself something. And if you're not lucky enough, you'll still be able to make something, put some photographs, something. Who knows? You might be lucky enough to get
yeah. Well, yeah, because not everybody can afford it, can they? And like you say, I like the fact that we've tried to be inclusive of everybody. You know, anything from, if you can afford to buy a kit, that's wonderful. If you can't, spend £2 or £3 or maybe £5, whatever it is, on a pattern. And just take part. And if you can't even afford to buy a pattern, just go stash diving, like you say, Alex. And if you've not got enough to make a pair of socks, make a miniature pair of socks for your Christmas tree, or just use your imagination.
You still get a miniature pair of socks on your foot. You can put it on your toe, so there's no getting out of the picture.
Exactly. Yeah, you can get a miniature pair of. I like that, Alex. But what I'm saying is, even if it's just a small pair of socks, or a baby pair of socks, it doesn't matter. Just make them and get that picture up there. I'm more excited about, obviously, sending the money off to Ukraine, but just seeing this hashtag full of yellow and blue. I'm just so excited about seeing that.
Like because when you don't see the yellow and blue, you know that a designer's been supported.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful, ladies. It's making me feel good anyway. I don't know about anybody else. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Well, thank you everybody for listening to us waffle on. Thank you, Karen, and thank you, Alex. And are we going to come on and do another little video together like this right at the end?
We are indeed.
I think we should, don't you? Yeah.
We are indeed. We need to show our socks off, if nothing else.
Of course. I'll have to get going. Me and how long it takes me. I'll do it. I promise I'll do it.
We're going to go now, ladies. So thank you so much to all of you out there. We hope you joined in with us, and look after yourselves. Take care, and we'll see you soon. That's all from me.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.